It feels like Real Madrid fans can't be happy for at least 24 hours. There must be something. Every time we feel like we can celebrate, and then boom, we just get shattered by bad news. And today is another bad news. Rodrygo and Thibaut Courtois is out. They are out for not only for the El Clasico, but also for a couple more games. In this video, I'll be talking about the impact of both players being out, how many games they'll be being, how many games both of them will be out for, and also how Real Madrid can play without both of them, because one of them is key, has been one of our best players this in Thibaut Courtois this season, and Rodrygo has been very impactful off the bench or whenever he plays, of course. Before I go any further, don't forget to, of course, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, and, of course, comment your own thoughts, because I'll be giving you two different lineups. Let me know down in the comments whether you agree with the lineups or whether you have your own lineup in mind. As I mentioned, both of them will be out. Thibaut is out. Rodrygo is out. Thibaut is going to be missing 3 games. He's going to be missing the game against Barcelona, the game against Valencia, and the games against Milan. So he is he'll be back after the international duty. Yes, you heard me correctly. International duty. Once again, it pisses me off that for the 3rd time already this season, there will be an international duty in mid-November, I believe. It's mid-November after pretty much the game against Milan, and that's going to be a league game against Osasuna, which he might miss as well. So I see him maybe coming just before the game against Osasuna, or he might just come back after international duty against the game against Leganes, and of course Liverpool after international duty. As for Rodrygo, there is no timescales as of yet. This was confirmed today that Rodrygo is injured. Tomorrow it will be announced that to see how long he'll be out for. He posted this pretty much about 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, him having pretty much undergone surgery. This isn't a good sign, of course. So, because if he's doing a surgery or an operation or whatever he's doing, he might be out for at least a month or at least a month and a half. It's been confirmed that it might be a hamstring injury, and hamstring injuries tend to go for between 2 to 3 months. Hopefully he'll be back after the international duty. If not, then most likely he'll be back pretty much around December time. So, which means a couple of things now. So, Rodrygo's of course out. Rodrygo's out. Thibaut's out. The biggest impact is Thibaut. The biggest impact out of both of these players is Thibaut Courtois. Thibaut Courtois has, of course, been, in my opinion, top 2 Real Madrid, top 3, you could even say top 2 or top 3 Real Madrid players this season. Every single game, he saves us. The game against Dortmund yesterday, we won 5-2. Yay, hooray. But we should have been down 3-0, 4-0 if it wasn't for Thibaut Courtois. The game against Celta Vigo, the game against Alaves, Villarreal. I can go on and on and on of how many games this brother has saved us. As for Rodrygo, yes, he hasn't been consistent this season. Yes, he's shown us glimpses, but it's never been for the full 90 minutes. He is a player that can create something out of nothing. So he is an X factor, which we are going to be missing now. So Rodrygo, of course, when he comes off the bench, he brings the sparks, he brings the creativity, he brings the difference maker. Now we don't have him. So it is going to hurt the team, especially when we're facing a team like Barcelona, where we need as many X factors as possible. For that reason, Real Madrid is going to be lined up with 2 different formations, in my opinion. These are the 2 formations which I anticipate, or I'm hoping for us to line up with. The first lineup is, of course, Ludin in goal, Vasquez, Militao, Rudiger, Mendy, Tchouaméni, Fede, Camavinga, Jude, Mbappe, Vini. We go back to the diamond formation. We play Jude Bellingham as a 10, and of course, Mbappe and Vini just in front of them. That is, of course, one of the formation. The disadvantage with this formation is the liabilities that we have on the pitch, whether it is on the right-hand side and left-hand side in Mendy and, of course, Lucas Vasquez. Vasquez, both goals yesterday that we conceded was his fault. The goal against Celta Vigo, he was nowhere to be seen and was nowhere in terms of marking inside the box. And the other chances that Celta Vigo had as well. So, of course, having Vasquez on the right-hand side is not really ideal. However, the good thing with this formation is that we've got Fede that can at least help him and track and cover anything that we see Vasquez can't do. The second formation is, for me, a more ideal formation. This is something that I would love to see. It's not going to happen. Let me reassure you. Let me make it very certain for now. Let me make it very 100% certain it's not going to happen. But out of this and the other one is much more preferred because it's someone that I feel like can do a very good role in replacement of Rodrygo. And that is, of course, Arda Güler. However, with that formation, it means Vasquez, who's been starting, gets sacrificed with more defensively as someone who's much more reliable in Eder Militao. Tchouaméni then moves back to the centre-back position. The good thing about this formation as well, it moves Rudiger, who's been playing as a left centre-back this season. And bear in mind, Rudiger this season hasn't been the greatest. It hasn't been highlighted. No one has been talking about it. But if you actually watch Rudiger this season compared to what he was last season, he hasn't been the same. It's been a complete difference between Rudiger from last season and Rudiger from this season. And a part of it, 50% of it, I look at it as a 50-50. It comes down to the fact that he's played so many games last season, the Euros, and this season, so he's fatigued. He needs some rest. And the age, he's not getting any younger. He's aging. And secondly, he's playing in a position which last season he wasn't playing in. Last season he was playing as a right centre-back because of Militao was out for the whole season. And Nacho was playing and Tchouaméni was playing. This season, he's been moved back to left centre-back, which isn't... I can see it in him. Sometimes when he builds up from the back, it doesn't feel the same. He doesn't know when the offside trap is. Sometimes he's a bit too late for the offside. It's not the same. It's not the same Rudiger from last season. So with this formation, he goes back to his original, the position that made him so good last season, and it brings Tchouaméni back to centre-back. Tchouaméni, he's been playing centre-back for 3-4 months last season, and when needed to, he does it at the best level he can. So I'm not worried about Tchouaméni. Mendy is on the left-hand side. Let's be real, Carlo Ancelotti is not going to be playing Fran Garcia. He's going to be playing Ferland Mendy. And also, Mendy, one thing I've realised about Mendy, in my opinion, last season was good. Maybe it had an influence. Maybe he was playing next to Tchouaméni, someone that speaks the same language as him, someone that can communicate with him. Maybe that had an impact. You never know. You never know why the drop of quality from Mendy from last season. He was quite decent, reliable last season. That's the reason why we said, you know what, extend the contract. But this season, he's been poor. Maybe it's the same as Rudiger. Maybe the lack of defensive partnership, the lack of partner next to him, you never know. That's always context. I don't like to always, he's shit. There must be a reason why he's shit. And I'm just trying to come with reasons. In the midfield, we've got the two of the best double pivot, in my opinion, in Fede Valverde and Camavinga. Both of them can play that position at a high level. Both of them have been playing that position last season and so far this season. Jude Bellingham, of course, is not as a 10, but in that position, he always inverts in the midfield and always... I don't call this as an 8 position. I don't call this a 6 position. I call this as a free roaming position. Jude can do whatever Jude wants. He's got the license and the freedom to do exactly how he wishes to do. And that's why it's good having... And with this, at least, he's got defensive protection. In the previous formation, where he's playing 4-3-3, he's one part of the defensive protection. He always has to drop back. With this one... Okay, I'm not saying he doesn't have to. He still has to, but not to the same level because we've got Fede and Camavinga. Not only are they great defensively, the positioning is elite, the awareness is elite, and even defensive transitions, they can defend that with ease. Not like Luka Modric at the age of 39. And it gives a chance. It gives a chance for someone, in my opinion, who I feel like if we had to partner someone with Mbappe, Vini, and Jude, the best person in terms of balance is Arda Güler. It's Arda Güler. I really, really believe, and please let me down in the comments how you think about this. I really think Mbappe and Vini, they need someone in Arda Güler to unlock that. Mbappe needs someone like Arda Güler's quality and the technique he's got to unlock himself. Rodrygo isn't that person. Rodrygo and Arda Güler are two complete different profiles and two complete different players. They both offer something different. I'm not saying one is better than the other. I'm just saying they both offer something unique. Rodrygo is the X factor, drives with the ball, can create something, can score a goal out of nowhere. He can, in terms of individual brilliance, we go for someone like Rodrygo. Arda Güler's more like he helps the team. He unlocks certain players. He can find passes that Rodrygo can't find. He actually, in terms of balance, he is the perfect balance for that. Set pieces, deliveries, he's better than anyone else. So Arda Güler can provide that link up in a different way. He can bring the ball from under pressure. He's elite. He can actually, Arda Güler can do something which I don't think Rodrygo can. He can progress the ball in deep and progress it with ease and find a pass whilst doing it. So Arda Güler can provide something else. And that's why I would hate for him to lead this team. I would hate because he hasn't been getting any minutes for the past couple of games. I would hate maybe for January or next year, maybe he would be lent out. I would hate that. So for that reason, this formation would make perfect sense just to give Arda Güler that chance which I think he deserves. I really do. I think he deserves a chance for him to showcase what he can do. Because every time he stepped on that pitch, every time he's had a chance, he showcased it. The goal yesterday, the 5th goal that Vinicius scored, do you know how it was created? It was created by Arda Güler. He went past 2 players, found the pass to Vinicius Jr. That is something, bro. Sometimes, yeah, with certain players, they need 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes for them to get the feel of the game before they can showcase what they can do. With Arda Güler, all you have to do is just give him a minute and he can give you everything that you need. So why are we not giving more chances? Why is it always 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes? Give him more minutes, or maybe potentially start him. If you asked me, Faysal, what lineup would you be more comfortable with? Especially a game against Barcelona. We're facing Barcelona. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm going to be completely real with you. I want this formation. I really want this formation. Because I cannot see Lamine Yamal attacking Mendy and Rafinha attacking Lucas Vazquez. I do not want to see that. I do not want to see that. For the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for the love of God, I do not want to see that. I am much more reassured and I'll be much more confident heading to Barcelona if we play with a Militao and Mendy at least. Mendy against Lamine, bro, hey man, Mendy's done a good job. He's got a good track record against Lamine Yamal. He's got very good track record against Lamine Yamal. So, with Militao, I'm much more reassured. Yes, Vasquez scored against Barcelona last season. Brother, last season, this season, completely different. Please do not compare last season to this season. Please, please, please. I know Vasquez scored yesterday, but at that point, we could have been 4-0 down, and he was a reason for that. So please, 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 don't let the goals cloud your judgment. Please, please, look at it at balance, look at it at defensive security. And Militao gives us that. And please, give Arda Güler a chance. I feel like if he is given a chance, he will be the X factor against Barcelona. He will be the X factor against Barcelona. Vinicius will do his thing. Mbappe hopefully can do his thing. Jude Bellingham, he can do his thing. Arda Güler can be the X factor that we need. Please. As for Lunin, I'm not concerned. Yes, Thibaut's loss is the biggest loss of them all, but the person replacing him is Lunin. So it doesn't really make, yes, it's bad, but I'm not too concerned, if that makes sense. So please, guys, put down in the comments which lineup you would rather go with. This lineup or the second lineup, or if there's any other lineups that you have in mind. Also put down your comments and thoughts what the absence of Rodrygo and of course Thibaut Courtois in your opinion is. Don't forget to of course like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new to the channel. Of course, this channel, we upload daily La Liga, Real Madrid, Barcelona content. And I'll see you soon with a Barcelona preview. Real Madrid, Barcelona, of course, preview tomorrow and Friday. But of course, today, we've got a massive game. A lot of Barcelona fans came to Haywatch yesterday. Today, I'm coming to Haywatch. You guys, 7:30, I'm going live on this channel. I'll see you there. Peace.